For the second year in succession, it's Lewis Hamilton on pole position for the Canadian Grand Prix, and he's claimed it with a real sense of theatre, and by some margin from Robert Kubica, who shares the front row in the BMW. A second row of Raikkonen and Alonso, Rosberg and Massa then on row 3, and then it's Kovalainen, Heidfeld, Barrichello and Mark Webber, but Lewis Hamilton on pole position once again. We've got European Championship football just a few minutes away here on ITV1, but we've got time for a swift reaction to what we've seen on qualifying today. Terrific from Lewis.
Fantastic, and I think a lot of the commitment there. You see the guy when he went over the last chicane, all 4 wheels are in the air, completely airborne, and he knew he had to do something special, and it was special.
For a while it looked as if the Ferraris were way off pace in that final shootout, then along came Raikkonen, looked set to claim pole.
Well, it looked like they were a little bit heavy, and maybe they are still a bit heavy when it comes to fuel load, and we'll see if that's evident in the first stint of the race. But I say Ferrari were a little bit off the pace, full stop, and the big surprise to me was Kubica. I think Kubica probably heard that we didn't think he was going to be on the front row. I definitely didn't, and he proved me wrong with a sensational lap.
But out on the track was Lewis, and how did he nail this final chicane?
Yeah, I mean, just a great lap and great commitment from a driver who's very confident and, you know, truly deserves that. And he's slammed everybody, Steve. He's made sure that everyone knows where he's at for this race weekend. And a great thing again, we've got 5 different cars for the first 5 spots on the grid. Fantastic. And
of course his maiden pole position last year here in Canada led to his first Formula 1 victory. But the talking point among the drivers is the way the track seems to be breaking up. We have Mark Webber going out at the end of that second qualifying session and blaming the track surface.
Well, I think he's quite right to, because, you know, it's not really correct. We've got a modern day racing circuit with a surface which is breaking up. These cars are not designed to be going around on marbles and a loose surface. They're designed to have a good level of grip, and clearly that's caused him a problem.
What sort of question marks does it put in the drivers' minds now for the race tomorrow?
Well, there's not much they can do about it. It's the same for everybody, but there will be a discussion. I'm sure that the FIA guys will look at the surface and see if they can make some amends for tomorrow's race. But it's a long way around here, and it could cause a lot of problems, and a few guys will get caught out.
And what sort of a race are we in for tomorrow?
We're in for a great one, and I think at the moment, the way that Lewis is, he's going to be gone into the distance, and maybe we'll see race number 2 in Montreal for him.
You think so? Because it's the margin that he had in qualifying that has surprised everyone.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, a couple of attempts around here is a long way, and making a statement by, you know, nearly half a second or so on the front row and pole position, that really will have a few people scratching their heads inside different cars today.
And Kubica, well, he's desperately close to his first race victory as well.
He is, and there's a possibility that he may do something tomorrow, but you know, Kubica, Lewis Hamilton, they're from the same generation. There'll be some sparks when they go into turn 1.
Okay, so a fantastic Canadian Grand Prix in prospect tomorrow. Lewis Hamilton is on pole position, Robert Kubica alongside him. We got the start, though, of ITV's coverage of the European Football Championships in just a few minutes' time. Live coverage of Portugal against Turkey from Group A. That's here on ITV1, and our live Grand Prix coverage tomorrow. Well, that follows a rerun of qualifying on ITV4, in which we'll have further reaction to everything that we've seen here in qualifying today, and then all the race build-up ahead of the Canadian Grand Prix round 7 of the Formula 1 World Championship from 5:05 here on ITV1. And the pole position press conference, which is underway at the moment, you can see that on the ITV F1 website, but rest assured that Lewis Hamilton is on pole and is set for something extra special in the Canadian Grand Prix tomorrow. Make sure you're with us for our live coverage from Montreal tomorrow afternoon, but right now stay tuned and enjoy the football. Bye-bye.